got a message before I even turned this on, and it was that this collective is aligning with their highest potential. And then I went to turn this on, and I accidentally opened the battery compartment of the camera. Okay. That might be a sign for someone. I'm not really sure what to take from that. And then there was this oil that I was putting in my oil burner, okay, which is just a tea light that I do. It's really cute, actually. Let me show it to you. It's a little cauldron with a tea light, and then you put your oil here, and it puts up this really nice scent. And the oil that I have been drawn to use was highest potential. And as I was putting that in there, I was getting that this collective is aligning right now with the energy of their highest potential, but it's an integration process. It's an integration process, okay, for this collective. It's not happening overnight. There's a sense of impatience with this collective. Okay, there's a sense of things aren't happening fast enough. And it's the calm before the storm I'm hearing, because once it's integrated, once it's there, by the way, I do want to also say that these messages are timeless. Okay. So whenever you see them, it's in the time period that you're meant to see them, and it's in the energy that you're meant to see them. Okay. And as I'm saying this, I'm also getting distraction, scattered thoughts, scattered mind, being distracted by other things. So back to the main message here. Okay. There's this understanding with this collective that a lot of you are in the integration process right now. You're integrating the new energy. A lot of you have been drawn to cleaning up your diet. A lot of you have been drawn to exercise, gym for some of you, swimming, going into new things, okay? New life, new things. If you're embodying a new energy, there's new life, new things that are coming through here. We start off with the burning rose. We've got golden. We've got chamber of transformation. Immediately with this burning rose, okay, we've got this this passion that's coming through, right? Some of you are fire signs, okay? Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, I believe, are my fire signs. Just a reminder, I'm not an astrologer over here, so please always double check whenever I tell you about astrology, because I'm not an astrologer. But if I recall correctly, Leo, Aries, and Sagittarius are my fire signs. And I'm really getting this like passionate energy that's coming through here. We've got golden, okay? I'm hearing life's golden. Life's golden. Some of you are doing like a whole makeover. You're changing, and that's also coming through this chamber of transformation. You're changing your life. You're changing your lifestyle. You're changing your look. You're changing your hair. Some of you are changing your makeup, or you're starting to put makeup on, or you're not putting as much makeup on. Don't know why there's this focus on makeup as I'm seeing this. There's this chamber of transformation. As you are ascending, as you are moving, as you are aligning, you are elevating, you are coming out of the chrysalis, and you are developing into the butterflies. Okay, you've got this golden energy. Healing has been coming through a lot. Okay, healing. This golden energy. Life's golden. I just keep hearing life's golden. Life's golden. Bottom of the deck. Projections. What is it that you are projecting? Not even you guys are projecting. Okay, as I'm looking at this, there's two things I'm saying. Okay, obviously this is a mirror, okay, because projections are mirrors, right? They're mirroring things. There's people who are trying to project things onto this collective during this time. And the butterfly here, you're rising above it. You're not even just rising above it. I'm hearing it, pay no mind. Pay no mind, okay, to the people that are projecting things onto you. They're trying to project their own fears, their own insecurities, their lack of understanding about what it is you do, about the situation that you're in, about your goals that you have. the people who are doing these projections, they are people who are not at the same energetic vibration as you are, and they don't understand. And there's a message here of needing to be committed to being misunderstood. You need to be okay with being misunderstood. You need to understand that that's the path that you've chosen, and you've chosen it for quite a while. There's also a message here with this projections card coming out about what is the energy that is being mirrored back to you? What is the energy that you're putting out? Because that's the energy that's going to get mirrored back to you. So if you're noticing all of the sudden that there's a shift in people, whether it's positive or negative, okay, that's an energy that you are putting out that is being mirrored back to you. Okay, it's being mirrored back to you in a way. This is this here deck is a deck that I'm in the process of testing and creating myself. How are you rooted? How are your goals and visions rooted? Ooh, how are you rooted? How are you grounded? That's what I'm getting. When you're going through massive amounts of transformation, which this collective is, there is really this need, this understanding of these passions you have, this love and passion that you've got, this fiery love with this burning rose, and this transformation that you're going into. What is that rooted in? What is that rooted in? What values is that rooted in? What are you grounding that energy in? This projections energy might also be telling you, warning you of something. Are you grounding that energy into people's expectations and projections of you? Are you grounding that energy in people's wants of you? Or are you grounding that energy into something completely different? Into something rooted in love. Visualize and meditate on your goals and dreams and focus your energy. Visualize and meditate on your goals and dreams. Focus your energy. Focus your energy. There's a huge message here of focus your energy, of focusing things through, of focusing things forward. Oh, I just heard one more from the other deck. Okay. Focusing your energy, focusing things through, focusing things forward. Interesting, they got me to repeat that line. Almost verbatim. I'm going to actually have to go through that in the edit, because I think that actually was verbatim. Exactly the way I just said it. Focus that energy. Okay, projections are going to be telling you a lot. People projecting onto you, start analyzing it. Log down the projections and start really thinking about what that projection means. How does that make you feel? Recognizing it, and what is that there to teach you? Some of these projections are projections that really have nothing to do with you and are based out of fear and are based out of people in your life that you need to set clear boundaries with to make sure that they are not influencing you, to make sure that you're not listening to that energy. But some of these projections are going to come from people that you never expected them to come from. And those projections are coming in a place of, and bottom of the deck, thank you, are coming from a place of the energy that you're putting out and how that energy is being reflected back to you. Okay? Who cares what they think? They ain't you. Who cares what they think? Okay, people-pleasing tendencies. Again, visualize and meditate on your goals and dreams. You're working out of those people-pleasing tendencies. I don't think this collective is planning on keeping those people-pleasing tendencies. I really get the feeling that you're really working on your people-pleasing habits, this collective. That's part of this transformation that you're going through, is working out of the people-pleasing. They also told me bottom of the deck. Bottom of the deck. Don't rock the jukebox. Sometimes it's better to stay silent and be thought of a fool than to open one's mouth and remove all doubt. You don't need to tell people your goals. You don't need to tell people your dreams. You don't need to tell people what it is that you're up to, what it is you're doing, why you're doing what you're doing, and what it is you're doing that you're doing, and why you're doing what it is that you are doing. You don't need to tell people those things. That's not important. That's not important. They don't need to know. They're nosy, but they don't need to know. It doesn't include them. It's got nothing to do with them. They're just being nosy. Okay? So understand that it's going to be better if you stay silent. Let them think what they want to think. They're going to make a lot of judgments about you. That's human nature. They're going to make a lot of judgments about you. They're going to make a lot of judgments about why you're doing what you're doing, why you're saying what you're saying, why you're reclusive, why you're social, why you've got this website, why? Why? The star. The star. Guys are moving. This collective is moving into your I don't give a fuck era, and you're moving into this peaceful area. You're moving into this area of I'm living life for me, and if you want to come along, that's great, but I'm not waiting for you to catch up. I love this card. I don't think this card's ever come out in a reading from this particular deck, I mean. And she's just there, out. You want to know why I love it? It's reminding me of Africa. That's why. Sitting in the Sahara in Africa. Your tea, your candle. Ugh. Fuck. That's why. Peace, joy, love, right? Moving out. The star comes when you're building new foundations and you've had the tower. So the card before the star is the tower. And it's when all those foundations, those things that you thought were there, fell apart. What's beautiful about this rendition of the star is the star is rebuilding a new foundation, and it's in this new mindset. And that mindset isn't allowed in the tower card. It's not allowed. You can't have a new mindset, but be in the tower moment. The tower moment is required in order to remove that mindset, to bring in this new era, to bring in this new mindset, these new things. Okay? That's what's coming through. We've got 2 of Wands reversed. Okay? 2 of Wands reversed. This is the imagery today is really standing out to me. Okay, because the imagery here, when the wand, this is upright, is she stopped, she's got the wand, she stopped, her bike's off to the side, she's gazing out. Okay, it's reversed. Okay, there's movement happening. You guys are moving towards your goals. You're taking action. You're starting to step out of your comfort zone. You're starting to really put yourself out there. You're starting to really see things as what they are. Huge transformation. Okay, death is about transformation. You've also got the Chamber of Transformation. We're talking a massive transformation here. We're talking big life hauls. Big life hauls. Changes in your goals, changes in your visions, changes in your belief system, changes in your financial structure, in how you're choosing to view things, how you're choosing to view the world, the lens that you're looking at things through. But it's coming through the star energy. It's coming through this energy of this new mindset. Leaving that old ish behind. Okay, leaving all that old ish behind. The part in this card that's sticking out to me is this person here. Okay, it's this person here. This is the 6 of Swords. I'm actually kind of ignoring that it's the 6 of Swords, and I'm just looking. This person here is just walking away. They're in the boat, they're on the water, and they're just like, yeah, I'm done. I'm done. I'm just leaving. Right? I'm getting the vibe of like, there's no explanation. You don't need to have an explanation. There's no explanation. There's no need to do things, okay? You're going on faith. I know that that's not how I normally interpret this card. This is the 2 of Swords, but I'm really getting this idea here that you're making a decision out of faith. Out of faith in yourself, out of belief in yourself, out of belief in your intuition. Y'all have amazing, powerful fucking intuition. And you all need to, I don't normally swear in my readings, but that's just the energy. It's a no bull reading. You're done. You're done. You're done with the drama. You're done with the people pleasing. You're done with explaining yourself to people who really don't give a of what you're doing. You're just done. You've had enough, and you're now, you know your worth. You know what you know. You know what it is you do, and you're going for it. And you're not thinking twice about it. You're not there, and you're not going, oh, I'm going to do this, and I'm going to do this, and maybe this, or maybe this isn't right, okay? It's really funny because I just fucking shuffled it out. Oh, no, it is. It's still there. The judgment card's at the bottom of the deck. Because you guys are receiving a lot of judgment. You guys have received a lot of judgment about who you are. I'm hearing judgment about your character, judgment about your decisions, judgment about your personality, judgment about who you are as a person, judgment about your intuition. You guys have been judged. You have been gaslit. You have been belittled. Yo. And you guys have a strong AF spirit team that does not fuck around. You have a strong AF spirit team, and they're not fucking around, and they're pretty fucking done. That's why this transformation's coming right now, because all that your spirit team needs, all your ancestors need, is for you to be in your most empowered state, in your most loving state, but in your most I'm not taking any ish state, to have utter and complete faith in your ability. There's a lot of focus here on this picture, right? She's not questioning if she can shoot the arrow, even though she's blindfolded. She knows she can shoot the arrow, even though she's blindfolded. She knows she can duck the arrow, even though she's blindfolded. She doesn't need to see ahead. She knows she's going to hit that target, even if she can't see the target. And I know that's not the traditional meaning of the Two of Swords, but the imagery of this right now is really what I'm getting. And that arrow might not be directed exactly where you think it should be, but it's exactly where it's supposed to be. And there's no doubt this person has faith in their ability. The average person is not picking up a bow, putting a blindfold on, picking up a bow, and docking an arrow and shooting it. Unless you know in your ability, unless you know how to do that, unless you know how to string the bow blindfolded, unless you know how to dock the arrow blindfolded, unless you know how to just shoot and aim and set it up blindfolded. There is an ultimate empowerment and ultimate faith coming through when I look at this card for this reading. Because there is an ultimate transformation. This is a transformation and an up-leveling that this collective has not had before. And yes, you're being judged for it. You're being judged harshly for it by some people. Being judged harshly for it by some people. But those people aren't where you want to be. Those people aren't where you want to be. Those people aren't doing the things that you want to do. Those people are not in the energy that you want to embody. So pay them no mind. Who cares what they think? They ain't you. Pay them no mind. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. At the end of the day. It doesn't matter. Too many cards. That's a shuffling error. We've also got the strength card coming up. The strength that I'm seeing here is a strength of silence. It's the strength of harmony, internal harmony, the strength of peace, the strength of silence. There is no force that is had in the strength card in any rendition of the tarot. It is an inner understanding and silence. That is the strength that is here. It's a personal power. It does not force itself. It does not force its will on other people. It allows other people to think whatever they want, do whatever they want, and that's fine. And that's that. We also have the Fool card coming up. This is an amazing energy. It's the energy of new beginnings, new cycles, new ideas, new everything. Be cautious though with the Fool card. Be cautious of being a bit too risky. Okay, there's logical risk, right? I keep going back to this imagery here. There's a logical risk here, right? She knows, right? We don't know the situation she's in. We can make a lot of assumptions in this card. She could be pointing that arrow at a person and not even know it because she's blindfolded. That's not what's coming through here though today. What's coming through here today that Spirit wants me to tell you is that it's not that you don't know. It's that you know. So make your decisions from this empowered place. This place of you can be blindfolded and you're still going to know what you know. You can be gaslit, you still know what you know. Okay? This Fool traditionally comes out as this very naive energy. But this Fool can also just be a new energy, a new perspective. Starting things over, starting your life over for some of you. For some of you, I'm getting that you're starting your life over, but it's not a literal life restart, if that makes sense. You're not literally restarting your life over. Okay? Something to consider, something to think about. Okay? The quiet strength is something that is going to be the focus over the next 3 months for this collective. Okay? The quiet strength. 3 to 6 months, actually. Sorry, I just got corrected. The next 3 to 6 months, the quiet strength. Okay? Knowing when to speak, knowing when not to speak. All right? Working on that. Working on the speech, working on things. And the Knight of Swords coming up reversed. There's things that you wanted to happen faster than what they're happening. There's delays that are occurring. Those delays are there by design. It doesn't mean you're not reaching your goal. Okay? Just because there's delays that are occurring, it doesn't mean you're not getting there. It just means that there's a short lesson. And because these delays are happening with swords in particular, you've also got a slight delay when the Two of Wands comes up. Both swords and wands is fast moving energy. So a delay when you're talking about a sword or an energy, it's going to be a very short delay. You're not talking about months and months and months of delay. You're talking about hours or days of delay. Okay, when you're talking about a delay in wands, you're talking days, maybe a week tops of a delay. These are not large delays that are occurring, that are accruing. These are delays that are accruing, that are very quick, that you're going to move through very quickly, that you're going to figure out the problem, it's interesting, you're going to figure out the problem. I guess you do. In order to figure out the solution, you need to know the problem. You're going to figure those things out really, really quickly though. Okay? Those solutions are going to come to you really quickly when you see this. It's going to be... I also find it interesting that the cards that are being reversed are cards that are dealing with transportation. So if you've been thinking of going on vacation or booking a vacation or booking some sort of travel, maybe... Okay, this could even be things like maybe you're thinking of going on a road trip, or you're going camping, or you're going to a cottage, maybe an Airbnb, you're going to a cabin, anything like that. I'm getting more terrestrial though, so not like you're traveling necessarily via an airplane, but more of like a road trip vibe. There's some sort of road trip, and there's the sense that there's going to be a short delay. There's going to be a delay in the timing. It's going to be slightly different than what you initially thought it was going to be for that trip. You're going to have to change or rebook something if you're looking at that. And it's not going to be necessarily a negative thing, okay? Changes are not always negative. Remember that. Don't get stuck in this mindset of changes are negative, okay? Changes are not always negative. I'm hearing one more card. Thank you. No, that's not it. Changes are not always negative. They're being a little bit difficult with this last card. Okay. Let me change how I shuffle it, and we're going to see if it pops up then. You're in your golden era. Got a lot of this golden energy here. You're in your golden era. There we go, thank you. We've got the Ace of Cups. I'm getting the vibe that some of you are going to be receiving a gift. Okay, like some sort of valuable gift is going to be received here when I see this. For some of you, I'm also getting a proposal might come through. That's interesting, okay, because this is kind of giving me opening the ring box vibes. So some of you might be getting proposed to. You might be getting a gift of sorts. Okay, Ace of Cups typically deals with how you I'm getting a sense here with this Ace of Cups of changing how you emotionally do or don't react to certain people and situations. you previously reacted one way. And with this Ace of Cups showing up, I'm getting that that's going to shift. You're not going to be reacting that same way anymore. And that's going to throw people off. That's going to throw people off. Seven of Swords. Yeah. You guys have had people who have been not honest, a little bit deceptive, a little bit, you're not sure if you can trust them or not. Okay, this Ace of Cups, it's going to throw those people off. Okay, you've had people in your life who've tried to project this energy onto you, who've not been 100% honest with you, have been two-faced is what I'm getting. And it's kind of two-faced idea, okay? Haven't been really real. And they're going to change how you emotionally react. You might have previously emotionally and energetically reacted one way prior, and there's going to be this shift that's going to occur, and you're going to react differently. And that's going to really throw these people off. That's going to really throw these people off. I'm also getting that these people are going to be of a specific political sphere. You take with that what you will. I'm not going to put my opinion onto that. I'm just going to say these people are of a specific or political sphere, and I'm going to leave it there. You take with that what you will. And there's going to be this shift in how you react to these people, or more importantly, how you're not going to react to these people. Remember the gentle strength card? Hey, I'm also getting that. It's not so much about how you react, it's about how you're not going to react anymore. Because sometimes a lack of reaction is more powerful than a reaction could ever be. Sometimes not saying anything is more powerful than if you were to say the most profound thing ever. And on that note, I'm going to leave this reading here. Thank you so much for paying attention. Thank you for listening. I really hope that this resonated for those of you that this was meant for. And I'll see you in the next video. I wish you all the best on this journey and this transformation that you're going through. Bye for now.